EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Marr now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field. As they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Check, check. Lucky.
Hey, alert 33.
Mike's 54.
Here we go.
First carry for Nick Chubb. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Drop deep.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's into the clear. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 57 yards. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joseph now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's it, baby.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3.
Mike.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Run, they're running.
Intended that time for Cooper.
Come on, baby.
This is one
Let's
of those plays that
go.
could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Browns' 29-yard line.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Night, sweetheart.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
There we go.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running,
They're not ready
excellent
for this.
blocking
They
at the
still
point of
playing
attack.
tactics.
They got a nice little drive going right
Ball
here.
football.
And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Kill.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8.
Got you, boy.
Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, Elliott a first down and more. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Hey, pick your game up.
On the ground with a tight end. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Banjo.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2.
65.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
36-yard line.
Now the offense going to use the first of their
We played
timeouts.
to win.
They'll have
Let's
2 remaining
go.
as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Chubb running right. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through.
Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
To the 49-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 49-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey,
A tight
right.
one,
Watch tight end.
8-7 our score after one on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Hey, 180. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, alert 33. Watch QB drop.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Crunch. Crunch. Slam. Slam.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Run, run, run. Smoke.
48. 48's Mike. 48's Mike.
It's our time. Hurry. Done.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Hey, here we go.
Where's the Mike? Where's Mike? Check, check.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty. Here we go. Kill. 26.
On 3rd down, Elliott. He finds some open field here. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Let's go.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Wild Bill.
Motion, motion, motion.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard.
Come on now.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards to pick up there. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
There we go. Kill.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
I'm coming.
Prescott down.
In the face.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process, when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Bring it up.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Check.
180.
Check.
Real.
The mic.
Don't get nervous.
Hurry.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Pistol.
Switch out.
Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Cheetah Bay Awuzie with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Kill. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. That one complete. Elliott not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
Bravo. 44.
Throwing. Prescott.
Right here.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Fresno.
Third and long for Prescott. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Cooper was the intended target.
Big boy can run.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Point it right.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
44's the mic.
On the left side, Gallup's got it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Go to 54.
Brings up second and 5.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And an Elliott run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
We're going to work.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop. As you see the net result here,
You got 3,
you go ahead and finish the play. You don't give up that type of yardage.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Back at the 24-yard line.
Hey, here we go. Wide 80.
Mike, 44. Watch the out. Watch the out. Right.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Your trip is here,
We call a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
You can't block me. Fofo's a Mike. Mike's Fofo.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
There we go. Going to 53.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Slant.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here and have to. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Trying to get it to Landry there.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Let's go.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down on defense, because a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guy.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Maher, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
54. Who that?
Regular. 25. Check 25.
Right there.
They start on the ground with Nick
Gotta
Chubb.
get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat for a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
At the 50-yard line.
A give running right is Chubb. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth.
Watch 54.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield.
Guys, out of time. Let's
And he
get off
gets
the
it
field.
to his running back, Nick
Let's get off
Chubb.
the field.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Come on now, let's go.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Set, 180.
Mike's 54. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Pistol. Hey, alert 33.
1 yard
down.
gain
Stand up in.
brings up second and 9.
On second and 9, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the
right there.
sticks.
54, right there, right there.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
General West.
Third down.
Run.
On third down, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line.
Alert.
A run for Nick Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
Stand up
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Real.
Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Pistol. Buzz.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now Mayfield on fourth down.
I smell fear in that offense.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Mayfield now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
All day, baby, all day.
Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's easy work.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mike 5-4.
To throw, Mayfield. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for two.
Here we go, G.
Now Mayfield. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Mike, 44. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Again, it's Elliott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's get racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. This one from 35 yards away. And this one is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
Come on,
well,
baby.
In this one,
Let's
partner,
go.
we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.